It's time to start talking about the E3 2018 wishlist, and first on that list is... That is right, boys and girls, we are talking about the Elder Scrolls 6. Now, this is not the first time I've talked about this game. I mentioned it back in my previous wishlist video in 2016, so this is part 2. This is part 2 of that wish. Now, just picture this in your head right now. Just close your eyes. Bethesda's E3 press conference. We see Todd Howard getting on stage. Maybe some orchestral music in the background as he approaches. We all know what's going down. We all know what he's showing off. And that excites me. Every single time Bethesda hosts this press conference, I look forward to him getting on stage. Like, that is my favorite part. Remember the Fallout 4 reveal. One of the best E3 moments of all time, and that release date, unprecedented, just showing off a game just at its full capacity, and then that title reveal, that really, just amazing, absolutely amazing. Again, one of my favorite E3 moments of all time, one of the best, and I think that they can do it again. I really do. I mean, let's get real. Skyrim is one of the most popular games in the entire planet. It's just huge. It's almost on every single platform. I'm sure they're planning on putting it on iOS, but you can't capitalize on it with just release dates. I think that there's momentum for this brand, and I think that they're going to want to capitalize on it more and more as the years go on. And again, like, how many times can you re-release this game? It's time for 6. It's time to move on, and it's time to do something different. And I'm excited about that. Something that I really like about the Elder Scrolls series. Now, I've started playing since Oblivion, one of my favorite games of all time. Skyrim's even better, but Oblivion just really grabbed at me. It really did. I just got sucked into that beautiful fantasy world, just going around Cyrodiil, Imperial City, just all that stuff, drinking some skooma, just having a blast. And I think that is the key for the entire series, is accessibility. Now, I love The Witcher 3, I really do, and that's another one of my favorite games of all time, but it's daunting getting into that game. It really is, that world, those characters, because I've never played the previous Witcher games, and there's some like weird little book epilogue things that you can read and stuff that help you with that kind of stuff. I mean, Wikipedia is definitely a help as well, but it's still daunting. But with the Elder Scrolls series, you don't really have to worry about that. Anybody can play them because they don't continue really in any way. I mean, there's slight nods they make to previous games, and for the fans of the series, you know, they can catch them here and there. But really, they're standalone games, and I think that is why they sell so well, is because anybody can play them. It's a beautiful thing, and on every single platform too. Like, literally, I wouldn't be surprised if Elder Scrolls 6 released on the Switch day and date. I think that is a smart idea. I think they need to make that happen. Rage 2 as well. I wouldn't be surprised. Maybe make a month later or something. Now, what is Elder Scrolls 6? I think that they're going to capitalize on that accessibility and continue what they've been doing with Skyrim. I think they've realized what Elder Scrolls really is with Skyrim, and I think they're going to just really kind of turn up a different tone. I think they're gonna make the game a little more friendly. Not necessarily like rated E or anything like that, but I think it's gonna be a little more fun. I think they're gonna have fun with their world. I think they're gonna have fun just with the characters. I think, and that's kind of a direction that I wanted to go, because Oblivion, although serious, it was lighthearted a lot in terms of the story. And there were, you know, characters that were kind of funny. The DLC as well, like Shivering Isles was super funny. And I think that is a direction that would be really interesting, because Skyrim is really, really dark and depressing, and that's cool, but it's time to have some fun. It's time to inject some life and color into this world. I would love to see a game where we start as a kid, similar to like Fallout 3, how we start as a child and we get older. I really want a personal story this time around, though. I want something different. All the previous Elder Scrolls games, at least since Oblivion, has been all about saving the entire world. That's what you're trying to do. But I would love for a game like this to have a more personal story, like, oh, maybe like, my brother betrayed me, he killed my clan. Or, you know, something like that, where you're after something that is only affecting you. And I think that's where Fallout 3 kind of attached on me, is because you're trying to find your father. Even Fallout 4, too, in the beginning, like, you're just trying to find your son. Like, that's your goal. And I really, really like that. I think that having that personal story makes it feel more engrossing, and you get sucked into it even more. And I think that's something that they could definitely capitalize on with the Elder Scrolls 6. In terms of gameplay, again, accessibility is going to be what it's all about. I think that they want as many people playing this game as possible. I think it will have a title. It won't be called Skyrim 2, but I think it will have a title that just rolls right off the tongue super easily. Just like a one-worded title. It'll just, you see the game and it'll just be like a brand. It's basically a brand at this point. It's like Coca-Cola. This game will make money, and I think that is what it's all about. That's what Bethesda wants. Now, in terms of like monetization and stuff like that, Bethesda is all about single-player experiences. Bethesda is all about that. They do not want to, force people to buy things and stuff like that. And I think that is also something that they're going to be aiming for in terms of the marketing, at least. Is this is a single player game. You can play this game, you don't have to buy any stupid things or anything like that, and that works as well. I think that it's fun what Bethesda does with their marketing in terms of that. The Game of the Year show, that was really, really funny. Even last year too, they kind of poked some. They're funny, they're cheeky, they know what they're doing. But yeah, I think that they're going to have fun with this game. I think that it's going to be like the Guardians of the Galaxy of Elder Scrolls. I know that sounds absolutely stupid, but I think that something like that could work. And maybe not that far, obviously, but just like, I don't know, like just an archer jumping around, shooting a bow and arrow, like everyone just kind of having a good time. Introducing multiple characters, companions or something like that, where you have like friends and stuff like that. Maybe even like separate characters that you can actually play as. A personal story is something, again, I really, really wish for. Gameplay, I want more combat options. I want more weapons, more spells. Let's make magic really cool. Like the battle mage thing in Skyrim was fantastic. I'd love to see them expand upon that. In terms of like UI and stuff like that, I think that Skyrim worked really well, and I think that they could build on what, that's what Bethesda does. They build on each of their games. And I think that Fallout was a good foundation. I really do. But in terms of like what the game actually looks like, I mean, it's going to be incredible. Like, let's get real. Skyrim still kind of holds up today, and Fallout 4 looks pretty as well. So I think that this easily will be one of the best looking Bethesda games. Maybe even the best looking open world game. I mean, that's what they're all about at Bethesda. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's really all I have to say. I know I'm just pretty much rambling on about how much I want this game to happen. None of this stuff I'm saying makes sense. But again, I think it could be a possibility. I really do. They showed Rage 2 already. So that is not their big surprise. That is not, and it's confirmed to come out in 2019 as well. That's not coming out this year. We're not going to be playing that game. And Bethesda always, since they've started having press conferences, they've always shown off a game that comes out that year. With Wolfenstein and Evil Within 2 last year, and of course with Fallout 4, the infamous Fallout 4 reveal in 2016. Could Elder Scrolls fill that spot, or is something else belong there? Maybe, I can't even think what else would be there. Maybe Doom 2? Maybe Doom 2 is a possibility of launching this year, but that's an id game more than like a BE game. So again, it'll be super, super interesting to see. But again, when Todd Howard gets on stage, we know what's happening. We know what's going down. Oh boy, I hope that you can join me in that reaction. It's going to be so much fun. If that game gets revealed, I'm going to lose my mind. I'm going to be jumping up and down just so you watch. Comment down below. Give me your thoughts on Elder Scrolls 6. What would you like to see in this game? What would you like to see them build upon? Let's talk about this. Let's talk about the idea of this game. I know there's some rumors circulating around about the game being set in like Somerset Isles or something like that, or maybe even like Akavir. I have no idea. Again, I'm a huge nerd for this series, so there's like books and stuff in Skyrim that suggest that there are places beyond Tamriel, and I think that would be kind of cool exploring, and it would be really, really colorful too. Apparently there's like straight up monkey people and like snake people and Akavir. It's like an Asian kind of vibe going on there. There's like temples and stuff like that. I just literally thinking of that in my head, I'm losing my mind. So yeah, let's talk about this kind of stuff in the comments below. Hit the like button if you enjoyed anything that I had to talk about today, and you can subscribe for more E3 coverage, My Hero Academia reviews, as well as Darling in the Franxx reviews. My name is Fumencio, and until next time, I'm out. Bye-bye.